I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody comes on before I tell what happened. Let's see if I can comb my hair. Or maybe not. Get my shot ready too. Hey, who's on? Say hello, hello, hello. Say hello. Don't mind me, I gotta give me my shot. I don't know if you're saying hello. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Hello, race lover. How are you? I know you, right? Please tell me. I'm so forgetful. Please tell me I know you. Like you've been on my lives before, right? I'm so forgetful, so please forgive me. I'm just gonna wait a little while longer. If not, you'll be the only one to know until people want to watch it tomorrow. How are you doing? And have I ever asked you where you're from? Sorry, I'm trying to find numb places in my stomach. Hey, north, south, central, east. Well, I'm from New York, so I'm from upstate New York. And let me see if I can get some peeps on here. See if she is still on. Hey, we got someone else on. Say hello, please. Say hello, please. And no, my title is not clickbait. I literally had the shit scared out of me today. Alright. I had to, not literally, obviously, but you know what I mean. Hey, girlfriend, I'm live if you want to come on and watch me. Period. I am telling my little thing about Ellie almost dying today. Period. Well, yesterday. Who else is on? Please say hello. Please say hello. I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes, I promise. Oh. Really? I put, hey girlfriend, I'm alive. Who the hell? I freaking hate talk to text. Hold on. I got 3 people on. Come on, people, say hello. And no, I promise it's not clickbait. Hey, darling. Oh, just a few minutes. Literally, like 5 minutes. Oh, hold on. Oh, we're getting hit bad too here tonight, period. We got about almost a foot right now, period. And we're getting sleet and freezing rain as well, period. All right. Stay safe, darling, okay? All right, sorry. You know, race lover, I think you are gonna be. There you go. Ah! Hey, I'm live on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. Okay, I'll go over to YouTube.
All right, darling.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we're gonna wait for her to come on over, and then I will tell you. Well, look at the color of your name, and you can see you're a mod. Oh my God. Ellie scared the. I'm gonna try my best not to swear, and definitely not to cry. Texas, are you still on, hun? I think all three of you are on, so that's good. All right, everybody else can just hear it tomorrow because I don't want to make you guys wait. So, in my lives, you'll hear me say sometimes the boys. We're gonna go see the boys, and it's talking about my neighbor across the street. She has 4 dogs, and they're all boys. She has a white German, and she has a Min Pin, Boston Terrier, and she has a pug mix dog. And well, I brought Ellie over there because she hasn't been over there in a while to see them, and the dogs absolutely love Ellie, and Ellie loves them. And I was conversing with my neighbor and stuff, and well, on the way back, Ellie and I, and Ellie has a routine. When we get to the edge of the road, I don't say anything. I stop, and she knows that she has to sit, which she did. But because of all the snowbanks and stuff, we weren't close to our driveway where she could just go across the street with me. She normally just walks across the street with me. I get worked up. I was so worked up talking to Selena about it. I just started crying. I thought I was gonna have to pull over. Ellie actually got a tap on the butt today. Not a hard tap, so don't yell at me. I'll tell you, you'll know. Anyway, so we crossed the street. She was fine. But she decided she normally walks right next to the snowbank, but this time she wanted to walk on the other side of the line, and I'm like, Ellie, come, okay? And she wouldn't listen. And so I started walking towards her. She was a little bit behind me. I was walking facing her, but I was walking backwards, and she was a little bit behind me, so I went to go closer to her, and she started running in the fucking road. There were no cars coming in the lane that we were in, and no cars coming in the opposite lane, thank God, yet. But I finally got her over to the side of the road, and I don't normally leash her because she's really well behaved. Believe it or not, she's really well behaved. But she doesn't like it when I use my stern voice, because she doesn't like being in trouble, and she's never in trouble, ever. I think she was in trouble once because she did not want to listen, and she was running towards the road, getting off topic. Never went in the road, but getting off topic. Anyway, So we're walking. I'm like, Ellie, please get over. Ellie, please get over. And then she decided to go in the middle of the road, and there was this car coming in the opposite from the opposite direction, and it was speeding. And I'm like, Ellie, like, I was trying to go towards her, and I can't run, and I was like yelling to her, Ellie, please, Ellie, come, Ellie, home, Ellie, home. Like, I was yelling to her, Ellie, home, and I wasn't that far from her, but I didn't want to run or walk too fast towards her because I was afraid that she was going to go into the path of this car. And the car wasn't slowing down, and I was yelling, stop! You know, I was like putting my hands up and everything. The car never slowed down, and it came literally like, here's the double line of our road, here's the way the car was going, and here was Ellie. I thought I was gonna lose my dog today. It was so scary. And I yelled at her. It wasn't her fault, but I was just like, my emotions were just like crazy. Because if Ellie had run in front of that car the way that, as fast as that car was going, she would have died. And all Ellie would have had to do was go 2 feet over. Literally. Not even. But and then she ignored me. I got her onto our property. And I yelled at her. I said, Ellie, that was naughty. And she ran from me into my yard, and she would not come near me to save her life. Not at all. So I opened up the car door like we were going to go for a ride. I said, Ellie, come. Ellie, come. And she thought we were going to go for a ride. So as soon as she got to the car, I grabbed her by the scruff of the neck, and I lifted her up away from the car and shut the car door. And I got her up on the porch, and I said, that was not nice. That was a no. And that's what I usually tell her if it's, you know, if she grabs something too fast, I'll say, that's a no. And I opened up the door, and she ran. And I found her on the bed shaking. I felt so bad for yelling at her. While she was on the steps, I tapped her like that. I said, that was not nice. That was a no. Because it scared me. I thought she was going to die. But she was shaking and cowering on the bed, and I don't want her like that. So, you know, I was petting her and loving her, and I told her I was sorry. And I was crying like I am now, telling her I love her very much, and she scared me. Not that they understand everything that we're saying, but they understand emotions. So it took her about 2-3 minutes, and she finally went from the cowering position to just sprawled out, pet my belly. Well, the thing is it was my fault. It was my fault because I didn't have a leash on her. We normally don't leash her to go across the street. We're training her to be off leash because my disability is getting worse. I'm having more and more issues, and I'm probably going to be wheelchair bound in the next few years. So we're trying to teach her off leash, and when she's leashed, if she bends down to like go pee or lays down, it yanks me a little bit, and I can't have my upper body pulled in any way because it just, the more pulling and moving I do, it just aggravates the issue that I have and why I'm disabled. So, but it was my fault. Normally, she just crosses the snowbank, goes from snowbank to snowbank, and it's literally a 20-foot walk. And this one was about 30-40 feet from our driveway, and it was totally my fault. I should have had her on a leash, and I normally would never have to, like in the spring and the summer, because she would just go cutting across the yard into our yard. But the snowbanks were so high she couldn't get over them. So, but yeah, I told you it wasn't clickbait. Oh, but it was Texas. It was so scary. I mean, yesterday I thought we lost our cat because my daughter thought she had shut the doors, the back door and the inside back door. Well, I have a hands-free leash. So that's usually what we have her on, is a hands-free leash, but normally to go across the street we don't have to. But I told my daughter tonight she's going to have to be leashed. She's getting older, so it's going to be, she's going to do what she wants, but still. But yesterday, Selena had, yeah, I do have a, I just said that. I have a hands-free leash, and it usually works pretty good. But if she lays down, sometimes she'll lay down a little bit further away from me, and it pulls on me a little bit. So, but, and when we do off-leash training in the stores, and I know the service dog world hates that, I'll get back to that. Hold on. Well, see, Ellie, the only issue we have here in this area is our road. It's the only main access road from one busy street to another. And it just, it's 35 miles an hour. People do 60. So, but anyway, yesterday, Selena thought she had shut both doors. And I brought her to school, and Ellie and I did a couple of things. Thank you. All right, thank you. You too. You're welcome. I got back and both doors were open, and I'm like, oh my God. It took me 10 minutes to find my cat. I know all of his hiding spots. He wasn't coming out for his special treat, which he always does because he knows the sound. I've done it on a few lives. Now I call them the yogurt treats. Here, if you have cats, you have to get these. They're called Inaba Churro. But when he usually, I gotta be careful, when he hears them, like he just knows. He comes running, and he didn't come running. And I looked under the bed, I didn't see him. I moved the bed, I didn't see him. And I have stuff under the bed. And I looked in my daughter's room, I looked in the office, I looked in the kitchen. Our house is small, so there's not very many hiding places. And he's an indoor cat strictly. He hasn't been outside since 2011, unless we hold him outside, and it's for like 2 seconds, and he runs right back in. But I took my flashlight and I looked under the bed, and I still couldn't find him. And then all of a sudden, he came out from behind. He brought his head out from behind one of the things that are under the bed, because all I saw was black. I didn't see him, and then I saw he brought himself out a little bit because he saw the light. Crisis was averted there. And then today I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it. I thought I was good. I thought I lost the cat. And then I thought I lost my dog. Was going to, I mean. But so that's what happened. Told you it wasn't clickbait. Yeah, we let her all off leash outside, and we have actually since probably the first week we had her because ugh, um the first 3 days we had her, I thought we brought her in and it was totally my fault. And this was before we made her a service dog because we wanted her to get used to the house and get used to us. But Selena's friend came over and she's like, you know your dog's outside? I'm like, oh my God, she was out there for 2 hours. I was like, and she was staying right next to my car. So I knew then that she was going to be good off leash, and she has been. Today was the exception. Isn't there always an exception, though? Oh, my goodness. All right, so happier things now. My husband is going to be helping me and my daughter too convert. This is what it looks like now. And no, it's not messy. It looks like I have a trashed house, but it's not. It's all crafts. Everything. Let me see. Everything. Scrapbooking. That gray bin is all scrapbooking. Yarn, and then there's 2 bins on the other side. Yarn, and that's all craft stuff. Everything under there is craft stuff. Everything except for maybe a couple of papers. Like, yes, those papers are also craft stuff. Dream catchers and all of that. All of this stuff right here is all craft stuff. My new toy my husband got me. My husband and daughter. My little Cricut maker. And all craft stuff. So we are going to be is it remodeling? I'm not tearing down anything. I'm not painting the walls or anything. But that area that I showed you that was like, whoa, what the hell is wrong with your house? That is all going to be a craft center. Like, we're going to get the, that's what we're doing. I'm aiming for, I have it all in my head. I already have it all mapped out how I want it. It's going to cost anywhere between $400 and $700. Ultimately, it's going to cost about $1,000 to do it all. But right now, just to get most of that stuff put somewhere and neatly put somewhere, it's going to cost about $400 to get the things I want. I want to show you kind of like what it's going to look like. So I hate having people come over because our house always looks like it's like dirty, filthy and stuff, but it's not. It's just craft stuff. I'm a crafty lady. No, that's too small. I have a couple of things I put on here so my husband would know what I want. He wants one thing. I'm like, it is my craft center. It's going to be the way I want it. He's like, all right. He's like, but I was looking. I said, no, we're going to do this. All right. I'm aiming for, hold on, I got to flip you guys around a little bit. I'm aiming for something like that. And it's going to go along both walls. And the brown thing, the brown wood thing that I showed you first that had scrapbooking stuff, is going to go over on this wall over here. That has all my daughter's Christmas presents right now that she just left there. She's redoing her room too, so she'll put that stuff in her room in a little bit. But I'm going to be putting that wood thing over there, and then where I'm sitting, I haven't quite decided. I think I'm going to leave the couch here, but then here, over here, I'm going to put more of those cubes and stuff and really have a nice craft area. I haven't decided if I want to do white or if I want to do black or if I want to do like a chestnut brown, I think it is, or espresso brown, I don't know. Michael's has to where it has a few different colors, and I like Michael's because they always have them on sale. Well, the thing is that our TV stand and everything is black, and then we have a stand here that's black, a stand over here that's black, and a stand over there that's black, and our this there we go. I hate doing it like this. This thing right here is like espresso brown black type color, and then we have another one that's in the hallway that's the same, and then most of our picture frames are black, so I kind of wanted to keep going with the black theme. I'm not sure. Still recovering from Ellie incident, believe it or not. So yeah, it does. My husband says white too, but I got to thinking with the other furniture in here, it's just gonna look off. What do I care? I mean, it looks better than what it is right now, so I guess. But we'll figure it out. But that's my goal. And then with that shelving, we're gonna try and have a corner desk that has or corner cubbies that go down that will have tables coming out from each side of the corner along the wall, like a little table setup. I'll show you. That one's easier to find because I have it like almost right here. Like that. But it's going to be along this side of the corner and then this side of the corner. Just a table. Or I might have like a couple of cubbies going up here and then have a table go in between cubbies here and here. Cubbies on both sides, and the same way with the table that's going along this side wall here. So only because I want a table for my like computer and Cricut, and then I want a separate table for my sewing machine and stuff. So I want like table desk areas to actually do my crafting, because the living room is the only spot I can do crafting. I don't have the energy to keep getting up and going into the kitchen and then coming back out here to do stuff, going back out in the kitchen. It's just too much work for me. You know us spoonies. It's too much. But that's what I wanted to say. I want to let you guys know what happened with Ellie, or almost happened with Ellie. She's been doing really good. We've been teaching her to oh, that's what I wanted to say too, is that when we go to the stores and do off-leash training, I know other, like, the service dog community hates off-leash training, but the ADA does state that dogs are to be leashed or in control or whatever, leashed unless it affects your disability, which it is starting to. And then when I have a wheelchair, it'll be a little easier because she'll be able to be tethered to the wheelchair and I won't have to worry about it. But that's years to come. That's a few years down the road. But I do let the stores, I always talk to the manager and I ask them first if it's okay that we do off-leash training. And what we're doing is I'll have Selena go to another aisle and I'll have her go find Sissy. And I'll say, go find Sissy. And that's in case, you know, something ever happened to me. We started doing this because a few weeks ago I basically collapsed at Joann's. I didn't listen to a cue from Ellie because it's not her normal alerting that she did. She blocked me instead of alerted me, but she kept pushing into me. And I was talking to another couple that were shopping, and when they left I decided to go, and it was only literally, this happened all within a 10-minute time span. Within 5 minutes after talking to them, I walked around a little bit and she was still sort of pushing against me. And then I went to the thread, started looking at it, and the pain just, it literally brought me to my knees. So I sat down, tears rolling out my eyes, scared the crap out of the employee. Texted my husband. Ellie did DPT. I was there for 45 minutes before I could get up and felt comfortable enough to drive home without worrying if I was gonna have a wave of pain, because the waves of pain hit so bad that I'm like, and it's like, it literally, I close my eyes, I start crying. It's just so bad. But anyway, my daughter and I taught her how to go find Sissy, and then when she finds her, she'll say, bring me to mommy. And so she'll bring my daughter to me. So we've been practicing that, and I always let the managers know that I always ask them and I explain what we're going to do. That way if another customer says, you got a loose dog in the store, or whatever, the dog is barking because we're having her bark to alert Selena that if something happens as well, in case Selena's more than a few aisles away, I'll know if Selena's a few aisles away because Selena will tell me. At least Selena will hear the bark and be like, okay, I need to go find my mom, check on my mom, you know, stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. And I let them know, I said, and it won't be like a excessive bark. It'll just be like a couple of roof, roof, roof. But it's not roof, roof, roof in a row. It's like a roof. And then we'll stop, and then I'll have her do it again, stop, and then do it again. And then Selena will be able to know that she needs to come to me. So, but we don't do it any more than that. So, once she has all that down, we're going to train her to find a person. And it's funny because when I first started training her to, what was I training her for? I was training her to bark for help in Target, and a customer was like right there, and she was looking at me weird. I said, yep, tell them you need help, and Ellie was barking, and the lady's like, and I was sitting down, and the lady was like, do you really need help? Are you okay? I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I'm just training her to bark for help in case something happens and I literally can't get up to get help. So, yeah. She's doing really good on it. And we taught her to whisper. Selena taught her to whisper, so she'll go, whoo, whoo, like huffing, whoo. And then we'll say, all right, louder, whoo. No, Ellie, louder, tell him. And I'll go, whoo. So she'll bark really loud. It's funny. She's so cute. But anyway, peeps, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for watching. For any newbies that are going to watch this after the fact, please hit the like button, hit subscribe. I do lives every once in a while, and then every once in a while I will do regular videos. I'm gonna try and do more lives more often, at least once or twice a week. I don't have a set time because unfortunately it's with my disability and chronic illness, it's basically when I can. So anyway, hit subscribe, hit the little bell button, and it will tell you when I am live. And thanks for watching. All right, Texas, I will talk to you later. Oh, sorry. I'll talk to you guys all later. Tammy, if you're still on, I will talk to you later. Or if you need me, message me on Facebook or whatever. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. And I'm going to come up with a new outro too. Because I like the peace. I'm thinking of peace, love, and happiness or something. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Or, you know what? In the comments,